All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Unicorns Eternals Review, Episode 5, The Past Within. This one, we get a little bit more explanation on certain things, on certain characters, more so with Melinda's past, and figure out what is the evil within the whole show. And it was something I didn't expect, but it was something that's good. We kind of needed, because eventually I was thinking to myself, is this connected to Aku? Which is not. It's a whole totally different thing. Now I think I still have my thoughts that Primal is very connected to Samurai Jack than anything else, but we're not even going to talk about that. So they are pretty much the unicorns. The team of unicorns, they're trying to take out the Kraken that Melinda released so they can escape that prison of the death ship, I call it. And let's get this out the way. So, I keep forgetting the fool's name. So, but, Winston, yeah, let's go with this. Winston, let's get his story out the way because it's stupid. Winston's still out in sea, lost as a mug because the Unicorn Eternals, they all left him. They left him by himself. So they're like, freaking, Dimitri should have said, you don't belong here. She's, pretty much saying she's above you now, etc., etc. Kind of taking him off. So he's going and trying to find a place. Eventually, you can tell, like, he finds this one ship, and you can tell by the green eyes that, old Fox Demon is behind it. So he leaves that ship. He gets to another ship. And this is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But again, this is animation. And again, because if this was a black person, they straight up would have not even got on that damn ship. You get to see what this ship was pretty much destroyed by like a animal, ballistic animal. He goes on and trying to look, what the hell is it? Motherfucker, get off that damn ship and keep it moving. Now he goes closer to the door, opens it, and damn thing get him. Now you would think, okay, they get him, etc., etc. No, comes to find out is a werewolf. And the werewolf gets them, and if anything werewolf, you get bit, you get scratched, you becomes it. Well, let's just say, Winston has now gotten the Lycan in him. So let's just say that. But I just want to touch upon that, get that out of the way, because that was a submitted story. Was I interested? Somewhat. The first one, not so much with him going to the first ship, but him getting bit, I was actually interested. Because I'm sitting here like, okay, cool. But that's going to play upon to him taking on Melinda probably. And then it's going to be weird too, because the reincarnation, the body that Melinda took it over, that's her sweetheart. She fell in love with him, all that. So he definitely has a role in here pretty much. So I didn't think he would, but hey, it is what it is. But there's a love triangle between him, Dimitri, and him. It is what it is. But yeah, so Melinda gets taken out by the Kraken, and she gets transported into the past. And she actually gets to see, well, let's say this. Emma, the one that Melinda takes over, she gets transported to the past. And she gets to see Melinda's backstory and history, how she got to control magic. Gets to see her mother, and her mother's very, I want to say wicked, but gets to see how her mother wants to use the power and control her. And then comes to find out Melinda is the daughter of Merlin. It gets to really more and more depth to her backstory, which I kind of like, because I was saying that, like, what's going on? We're 5 episodes in, we need to know what's going on. And I only think they got 10 episodes, I believe. I could be wrong. Someone asked me, can they complete in 10 episodes? I think they can if they stick to it. And I feel like they're sticking to it. They're not bullshitting. They're not giving you these side-eye missions. I think they're really trying to wrap everything up. I do think old boy getting werewolf powers, unless it's really, really focusing on the story, I don't think it's necessary. But again, it is what it is. Okay? So, but yeah, it was interesting. And you get to see pretty much what Melinda had to go through. That even Melinda told Emma, "How did you get to see in my past? What are you doing in my head?" She's like, "I'm sorry, I apologize." Eventually, Melinda gets pissed. She comes out of her memory comatose state and uses her powers. And instead of sending the Kraken back, she destroys the Kraken, and that's it. And then the the robot, I believe, is destroyed in here, and that's kind of that sets off Melinda, and she goes and uses her full power. Like I said in the last video, Melinda is the strongest out of the Unicorn Warriors. Then I will say Dimitri, then Alfie. I could be wrong too. Alfie could be powered as fuck, but we don't know. But I think it's Dimitri, then Alfie, and then the robot. Excuse me, y'all. Forgive me. Just still keep this in the video. But yeah, from what I thought of it, I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't as bad. It's very slow. By 6 episodes in, I can say this is not Guinea's best work, but it's still one of his good work. I have to rate this one. I'll say a 7 out of 10. I still see myself rewatching this episode again due to the fact of what's going on with the backstory with Melinda, how Emma get to see what's going on with Melinda, and it shows what the evil is and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. On side note, and this is going to wrap up this video, I will probably do a review of Unicorn Warriors earlier next week because I'm very busy next weekend. So look out for that. You may be getting that Friday. Maybe Friday. You might even get it Friday morning. So just look for that, guys. But as always, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I hope you have a good Memorial weekend. And I will see you guys next video.